Hello, my name is Miss Noor, and welcome back to another episode. So, today, this episode, Leo, is mostly for the ladies. I just want to talk to my ladies, my sisters, and not just all ladies, a specific type of group of ladies. Wale wenye wanafikiria they're better than the others. Wale wenye wanafikiria, you know, sissy, being a feminist is. In short, I want to talk to the pick-me's, wanaitwa the pick-mishas huko kwa mtandaoni, the pick-mishas, and muko na kitu inaitwa internalized misogyny, and it hurts me to even come here na kuchamba ladies because that's not what I do. Lakini women who are pick-me's are so dangerous, not only to themselves but to other women around them. And let me tell you, wonder how wanaume you think that you're picking their side ama mkiwatetea, or if you speak good on their behalf, that they will choose you, they will pick you. They won't. And I've said this before. They will not pick you. Babes. They will leave you out for dead like any other. Alafu mnajua mnasema, oh, being a feminist or a radical feminist, especially being a radical feminist, uh, what I identify as, won't help the hate. I'm like, what are you talking about? Munaongelelea nini? Me being hateful towards men, me saying that I hate men, I don't want to surround myself with men. The ladies who say that or get on the internet or in front of a camera and speak negatively about men, how does that impact them, considering how men have impacted women's lives from Adam, from the beginning of time? Hell, I even think the story that they gave us is a hoax, is a lie. I think Adam is the one who actually ate the apple, hence the Adam's apple thing, hence the Adam's apple thing. I'm like, honey, you don't do that. The men themselves, because I was going down this rabbit hole of like, the pygmies and how they behave. Because I've had a friend who is a pygmy. Oh my God, she put me in situations where, in dangerous situations, just for her pleasure, just for shits and gigs, just to get her out of the boys. This men look at you funny, and men spot pick me's very quickly, very very quickly. And honestly, huwa wanakuangalia like, yeah, don't defend us. We don't need you on our team. Like, yeah, don't, baby girl. And okay, nitasema hivi, like, and most of the older women, they are like that. They have internalized misogyny in them. They are programmed that way. And maybe they have not had enough exposure to, know better. Um, I was sitting with a group of older women, like earlier this week, and we were talking. I was saying about there's this Tanzanian artist, no names mentioned. Um, he has kids all over, and no, and it's not the one you think. Uh, this one has kids all over Tanzania, just Tanzania, I think, and that is not important. But me, how I viewed him, because I just listened to his music, very nice music, very talented guy. I didn't know he was like that because he comes out as very soft spoken. I just knew him na mziki wake. And then I came to find out that he has kids all over. Kama sungura, like. And I was telling my mom, like, I'm actually really shocked this guy is like this. And my mom was like, like, yeah, hata mimi nilisikia, and I was shocked. And another woman, because it was like a bunch of old women, like, not old, older women than me. They were at home, and they were like, one of the ladies says, yeah, but wajua ni nature ya wanaume, hivyo ndo wanaume wako. I'm like, excuse me, what? And if so, in my head, I was thinking to myself, if I became a woman who has a kid by many men, I'd be, yani nitakuwa naongelelewa vibaya, sitakuwa na sura. You know how it is. You know the drill. I'm like, but we give men such leniency, like, ni nature yao. And this is internalized misogyny. Like, you know, the boys will be boys type of thing. That is what she, and nikamwangalia hivi and I was like, and none of the older women there disagreed. And I was like, yeah, no. But I felt like I can't even argue because it's like it was a moo point. Like nikatoka tu hapo nikaenda. And this is how these women who have internalized misogyny think. They think that as long as they just turn a blind eye to men's behavior, boys will be boys at the end of the day. Nyinyi ndo mnalea hawa mama's boys at the end of the day. And women who think they can defend, they always come to men's defense. They don't need your defense. They do not need your defense. You should sit down and actually hear how men think, or rather speak about women, including their mothers, sisters, wives, especially wives. It's so, it's utterly disgusting, especially in like barbershops. You know, barbershops are where they like wind down and like, you know, the whole barbershop culture. Yeah, how they, these guys talk, ama wakiwa kwa base, whatever they're doing, how they talk about women. And actually, first of all, let me just start by saying, like, men don't view women as human beings, or rather, we are on the same level. And I've said this before. They view, if they view us as human beings, they view us as second class citizens. They feel like they're much better than us, of which, mm, in hindsight, no. In hindsight, no. And you know, akuna historia ati we are better than you, you're better than us, we're stronger than you. Yeah. Bruh, we're all human beings. You play your part, I play my part, and no, no. The only reason why I come here hating on men is how men have been behaving. And actually, the only thing it does is just ruffle your your little emotions, which you claim you don't have. But that's all. That is all. And I will only, and I wanna say, I call out women who do wrong. Anyway, I digress. Women who are pick me's, who have internalized misogyny, because I was seeing some woman say at him, oh, you know, I don't see the advantage of just hating on a group of people. I'm like, do you know that group of people hate on you also? Like, because men hate women. Men don't like women. Men like the idea of women. Men like what women have, what they can, you know, do. But the, a woman as itself, like you as a woman, they really don't like you. That's why they can never, wengi wao hawezi tulia na mwanamke mmoja. They're just like jumping from here to here to here, always chain. They don't. Men like men. And that is why a guy can stay with his homeboys for like 7 hours straight, like just playing PS or whatever. But he cannot stand the sight of you, like anakuja after the sex. Then it's like, you know, the post nut clarity, and then it's like, okay. And then kwa simu yake, he's always on his phone when he's with you, but when he's not with you, he's never on his phone. That type of shit. Yeah. Men like the idea of women, but don't really like women. And for you to think that you're the exception and to even go out of your way to defend them and to put other women down, just for women who are pick me's and have internalized misogyny are so dangerous. Like, they will literally put you down in a group of men just to get, you know, a giggle out of the men, like, you know, and they get so happy. I've had my friend, okay, like she's my ex friend. I'm not friends with her anymore. I've had her say something very embarrassing towards me in front of people just for the shits and gigs, just to hear them giggle. But you know, you can never shame the shameless. I just, sat back and I was like, what do you mean by that? Like, what do you mean? And now everyone got uncomfortable, like, hey, yeah, kwa nini kwanza umesema hivyo? Like, what do you actually mean? And she got embarrassed. And but I don't talk to her anymore. But they are so dangerous. These are the type of friends you'll go out with, and they will leave you peke yako usiku just to go home with a stranger. And you're like, you're worried about your own safety. Now you're worried about their own safety. I'm like, girl, people get trafficked. People, you might go there and get assaulted. Because, if it's not consent, it is assault at the end of the day. And I was just, nilikuwa namwona akiwa very like crazy and daring. And I'm like, you don't do that. But they will put you down as a woman just for a man to walk on you. They will lay you down as a carpet for for men to walk over, for the comfort of men. They will do that. They will adjust your comfortability and your sanity, and they will invade your respect and your space just for, the comfortability of men. This is one thing about big biz. This is one thing about big biz. I'm all for the, like, sisterhood. You've never met a pick me. History of sisterhood, no, it's out of the window. There's nothing like sisterhood when it comes to pick me's. And being a pick me is strict. Is just simply pathetic. Like, oh my god, oh my freaking god. Like, okay, fine. Are you married? You see how men treat their wives. You see how men treat their girlfriends. I'm like, and these people are going to do you wrong at some point in life. I wholeheartedly believe that. Why would you pick that? A group of people who genuinely move with the notion that they are better than your type of gender group people. If I'm making sense. Mnanielewa, like, why would you? And when I come here and say, oh, I hate men, I hate how men think, I hate how men behave, I hate uh, the lack of accountability these people move with. There are men actually out there who are the good men. Percentage kidogo sana, they call out other men. Accountability wako nayo. They're actually good human beings. And I will always, when I meet one, I'll be the first one to be like, hey, you're a good man. You know, I do have friends who are men, though they refuse to listen to my podcast because they're like, oh, wait, wait. And a good man doesn't care if you hate men or you talk bad about men because they understand the fact that it's not towards them. It's more like towards how men behave. And I need you to understand that it's not that women don't want men when they say they hate men. We want men. We want to be around them. We want to have meaningful relationships with them. But it's how you think. It's how you guys move. It's how you're wired and programmed. It's just so unappealing and unattractive, and it's disgusting, utterly disgusting. So, mtu afadhali you just like stay away from that. You're like, "Wajua nini, it's not even worth it, honestly. At this point, I'll rather just be by myself. It's more peaceful that way. Nasema, oh, you'll grow old with your cats. Don't threaten me with a good time, Mike. Unaona, mtu anakwambia, men huwa wanatafuta pesa so that they can get women. Men wakipata pesa when they become like reach that level of loyalty, when they become, odugus, they now can marry 1, 2, 3, 4 wives, whatever, and have side chicks. Come on, easy too. But when women get money, they opt to stay away from men. Because men need women, women don't need men in that sense. We all need each other. But it's more like women have always been with men for survival because they didn't have the rights and they were always not able to work, go to school, get an education. Even something as simple as kukuwa na a bank account, women couldn't do that. So you had to get married to a man for you to do that. Unaona. So when women now had rights, when feminists fought for the rights that you have today, Miss Pick Me, Because you being able to make the choice, I'm either going to be a stay at home mom or I'm going to be a career woman, it's the work of feminists. You know, our sisters and mothers who came before us, it just didn't happen miraculously or because the men in power said so. They were like, let's just give them a little bit of rights here and there. No, it did not happen like that. Why are you stupid? And you're here saying, oh, I cannot be a feminist. You being able to drive, being able to even dress however you want, being able even to own, mobile phone, all that, we really tend to forget what feminism actually is. Anyway, what was I saying? I tell you, I've strayed along, but yeah, we really tend to forget that that is what actually feminism is. Na si hizi mambo mengine mnaona siku hizi msichana amevaa like just a bralette na nini. It's not that. And I feel like women who have internalized misogyny have a lot of insecurity issues and hate themselves. So they feel like, yani ni kama wanahitaji praise. Ulikuwa unaona mkiwa shule kuna that one student mwenye alikuwa teachers, like a teacher's pet. Yeah? Kind of like a teacher's pet. That is what a lot of women who are pick-me's are. You want to be a teacher's pet for the men. I was saying how we actually, it's not about the fact that we hate men, it's the fact that how they behave. And feminism is not about even like us wanting to hate you. It's about us just wanting to be equal citizens as you. It's not when I say, oh, I'm a feminist, oh, now I can fight you. No, you're better at doing some things than me. You're stronger than me. You're better at some things than me. But all I'm saying, just equal opportunities. That is all feminism is. Ama. Because men are so riled up when women speak feminism. They're like, oh, why does it bother you so much that a group of people want equal rights? Why does it? You need to do some inner work. And the women who support this men, they're like, oh, you know, it doesn't do you any good. It does not do you any good either. There are women who died because of this. Just there, it's like our independence, how we got just the colonialists. They just didn't wake up one day and like, yeah, let's give them their land back. We have our land back. We fought for our land. Our forefathers did, and they gave it to us. Barely gave it to us. Kind of like what men did with us. They gave us rights, and it's like barely gave us rights. So you, as a woman, feeling like you're you're better than other women because oh, there's a certain way you behave. You're very feminine. You're very soft spoken, and you like men. Maybe kwanza a woman who says I like men, I'm like, what do you mean by that? What do you mean? Say I like my man. I like my dad. I love my dad. I love my man. I love my husband. But men, yeah, no. And you people need to catch on that, grasp on that. But I've realized maybe a lot of people are not that smart to get that point. Like, it's not the fact that how stupid am I to just go around hating on each and every individual uh, of a certain gender? I just hate how they behave, in general as a collective. Because I may love my dad, but maybe to some woman out there, he's a man. To some woman out there, he's just a man who maybe has ever said a weird thing to. Do you understand? And this pick me, you pick me, you are not the exception to the rule. Let me tell you, if you think defending this man will make you the exception to the rule, you have a long way to go and a lot to learn. Let me just tell you that. Oh, the crazy yapping gal, oh, Miss Noor. Let me tell you, you have a long way to go. Sit down with yourself, sit down with your sisters, and There's nothing as beautiful as sisterhood. A man can, men are horrible, but you've never met these women who are pick me's. They move with insecurity and jealousy and envy and like, uh, they're seated on a high horse feeling they're better than everyone else. And you're very vulgar, you feminist. Those ones now, that is a group of people, yeah, I don't fuck around with. I'm like, yeah, no. And the fact that you are women, we are all women. Your struggles are my struggles are your struggles. You are me, I am you. You know? I'm every woman. Yeah. We are every woman as a collective. We need to stand up and say no. Lakini nyinyi mnaturudisha nyuma. Anyway, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, share. Follow us on TikTok and Instagram at Gates Live, both on TikTok and Instagram. And also follow me both on my social platforms, TikTok and Instagram at Aisha underscore Aisha. That is AYSHAR, AYSHAR. And see you later. I love you. Mwah.